everybody doing? Wait for everybody to get on here. Anybody who's coming on here. But yeah, when I start seeing that there's actually at least 1 or 2 people on here, I'll kind of show you guys where I'm at. I'm in Forest City at the, it's a Valero, but it's also a Chubby'S truck stop. For those of you getting here later. And I'll tell whoever comes on where I'm at. Now that part's coming down. I better fix that. No one's on here. I'll fix it real quick. Things you gotta do on the truck. Fix some crap. Fixed. Cool. Yeah. So it's kind of a slow week because I have a bunch of early morning deliveries. I have like a 3-stop load, and I had where was I at? My first delivery was right outside Oklahoma City in Edmond, just north of Oklahoma City at Benny Keith. And then I went to North Little Rock yesterday and got unloaded. Actually, that was this morning. Sorry. This morning I got unloaded at North Little Rock. It's only Tuesday. And I had to be at Edmond, Oklahoma by 9 o'clock yesterday. I was there last night and got in there. It was a 7 o'clock appointment. And then I'm going to Core-Mark here in Forest City, Arkansas in the morning, and they wouldn't let me deliver early, so I gotta wait till morning. And then I gotta go find a trailer wash place and get my trailer washed out before I go to Lone Oak, Arkansas to pick up a load between 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Plenty of time to get there. It's right down the street. I'm probably gonna have to drive past it to get to a trailer wash place. So, and then the load I'm picking up in Lone Oak takes me to Anoka, Minnesota. Where is Chubby's? It's right off of I forget what exit this was. It's in Forest City, right outside of Forest City. So hey, Levi. But yeah. And then after I delivered to Anoka, Minnesota, let's see. I'll go pick up that load and drive as far as I can, and then drive the rest. And then I'm going to St. Cloud to pick up a load that brings me back to Ankeny. It's kind of a slow week, but no, I should still get about 2,300 miles or thereabouts, maybe a little more. We'll see, but that's about what I'm gonna get. It's been kind of up and down. Like the week before last, I got like just shy of 3,000 miles for the week, so I did pretty good. And then I don't even know what I got last week. I haven't been paying as much attention. Normally I pay attention a lot more, but I don't know, I've just been doing whatever lately. But yeah, this place I had to pay for parking, and I had to I couldn't do cash because it is a service through your phone and on the internet, this stupid trucking service, and it was like 16-17 bucks. And then I sent the receipt over to Brian, and he's gonna get me reimbursed. And this place, I mean, it's ran by an Indian guy, at least that's what it appeared. It's not filled up. I'm in the second spot over. I don't know why this guy's parked right there. He just decided I'm just gonna park my crap right there. And there's all these spots over here. And if you look, there's the sign. I don't know if it's not gonna let me zoom in. I zoom in so far and then it pops back. But it's a Valero and a Chubby'S, and they've got Crunchies chicken or whatever it's called in there, and they've got all kinds of different food options, and they've got all kinds of touristy crap you can buy. There was this tall Spider-Man statue that if I didn't have to pay make a extra car payment to catch my car payment up, I would have bought that sucker and brought it home to add to all my other superhero decor I've got going on. But it is what it is. Now you got to pay the bills first before you start buying crap you don't really need, that you just would really like to have. So I just been chilling out playing video games. Got my PS5 back here, and I've been playing some games that I've played before. I was able to download some games that I played back in the PlayStation 2 days, and a few other games. So I'm just been chilling out. I bought some Chester's chicken from the place down the road here. I had stopped to get fuel before I came over here yesterday, before I went to the place literally just like an hour down the road. I've only come an hour down the road, an hour and 20 minutes away from Forest City. Is only like an hour and 20 minutes from where from North Little Rock, where I delivered. And I had two cases of like sausage crumble or something that they rejected, that I've got to throw away after I open the back tomorrow morning. I've got to be at Core-Mark at 6 a.m. Just down the street here, not even a half a mile. Just pull out here, make a right, turn, take a right on this skinny road, and then make a left onto another skinny road. And then the security guard told me that I need to park on the street and walk my papers up into the security guard shack because they said they don't have enough room for trucks to be parking in there, but there's not really room on that street to do that either. It's a skinny road, and they've got like not much of a shoulder on the one side of the road, so it's gonna be interesting how that goes. I hope it's not like where there's a whole bunch of other trucks showing up in the morning to go there first thing in the morning, but we'll see. It's not a big place, and it's kind of an older, rundown looking facility, because I tried going there earlier in about 1-2 o'clock this afternoon, and they wouldn't take me. So they told me I had to come back tomorrow, which sucks because I could have offloaded. I've got right in the nose, I got 2 pallets single stacked, and then there's 2 really tall pallets that are like double stacked. Okay. Also could go work at the guy I talked to. He works for I don't know if it's directly Anderson Windows, but he hauls windows, but then he does other stuff, and he just does drive-in. He doesn't do the reefer like I do for Midwest Viking. I have thought about switching companies, but I can't bring my girls on the truck if I switch companies. I've thought about getting a dog, and there's just a lot of places that don't allow pets, and more so, there's not a lot of places that let you have kids until they're at least older than what my kids are. And I don't know. If I could find me a job where I could get out of trucking altogether and be home all the time, every night or every day, but either like a third shift position or a day shift position. I don't think a second shift position would work very well for my situation going on at home. I think the best situation would for me to either be home during the days and work all night, or work all day and sleep during the day and that sort of thing, and preferably have the weekends off. But we'll see. Every so often I look. I spent this last weekend cleaning up my garage, and I'm going to start getting into some projects again and doing some stuff on my other channel, Jason's Creative Adventures. I got to finish my leather tapestry, if you can call it that, an homage to my mom and when she died. I've got to fix a couple of mistakes on it. I put the wrong date on there, so I got to fix that and figure out. I kind of had it figured out before, but I've kind of forgot. I haven't thought about it over this winter about how I was going to do it. And hopefully I still have all the little photographs that I was going to put in this. So hopefully I haven't lost some of the stuff to it. And then when I get done with that, work on some other stuff. I got a lot of different artistic ideas. It's just coming up with the materials and finding the time to do them. So, and then film them and edit. I mean, it's one thing just to do the projects, but then filming it and taking time to change angles, do all this stuff on top of it, and film it, and then turn around and edit it. Takes time. So we'll see. And then I also got both my daughters that have YouTube channels, and I've got editing stuff to do for them. It's finally almost completely dark here. It's just barely. It's like, you look off this way, it's getting a lot darker, and cameras tend to pick up natural light a lot brighter, and when you're filming, it's darker. Actually, this doesn't look too far off from what it really looks now, but oftentimes when you're using a video camera during natural light, it can be almost pitch black dark out, and if there's any natural light, it'll make it look almost like it's still daytime sometimes. It's crazy. But I don't know why that guy's chilling out there. Guess he figures if he parks there, you don't have to pay for parking, but someone will come through and kick him out eventually. Yeah, I had to get on this app and scan this QR code and use my card. Luckily I had money on my card, or I would have probably had to gone back down the road to a different truck stop, or go one way or the other. I'd have to look for a different place to park. So I don't know if I could have parked right outside that place or not. It's kind of a precarious road. I don't know if I would have wanted to park there. That shoulder doesn't look the greatest for something to park on, so it is what it is. Gonna get back into fishing too. Got my poles and everything. Got all sorts of stuff I got to do around the house for maintenance and stuff. I got a leaky roof. Got to figure out how to fix. There's something. I looked up in the attic, and there's a metal piece hanging from the inside the attic part of the roof, and right there is where there's a bunch of water dripping down. And then the kitchen, I could see the ceiling bowing down, and there's some water dripping, and so got to figure that out. Yeah, I know. You get into trucking and it just keeps you in because you can't find anything that will replace this income. And if all you've ever done is truck driving and you don't have any other skills or anything to rely upon, it's hard to go out and get into anything that can replace the income. It is hard. It's hard to replace the income that you make as a truck driver, especially like me. You know, I've got like 26, 27 years of experience now, and or whatever it is. It's 2020, so yeah. I've got 26 years of driving experience, and yeah, I can go to most jobs and I can get paid with my experience. I can get paid good wage no matter where I go driving, unless I go to some crappy place. As long as I keep As long as I don't get a bunch of crap on my record again, then you can name your game. As long as you don't have a bunch of poor MVR or things like that, you can pretty much name your own game out here. It's just finding the jobs that you want to take, find what mix of crap, your mixed bag of what you want to put up with. And I did take a pay cut to come to Midwest Viking just so I could be home every weekend and I can have my kids on the truck. If my wife's allergic, it's the only reason why I don't already have a dog, but I want to get a pet dog to bring on and off the truck with me that just kind of keep with me, except for when I'm at home going out shopping with the wife and whatever, of course. But I would like to do that, but right now it's just not feasible with the wife being allergic and still working on that. I may not ever be able to have a dog at this rate with her allergies and stuff, and she's got all these things going on with her health and just crazy. So it is what it is. But we do have the kids. Those are pretty much our pets. Wild and crazy animals. Them two young ladies are definitely wild creatures at times. Gave Gabby a haircut this weekend, and she's got very pretty hair and got her kind of a bob going on. She won't let anybody else but me touch her hair. I can't get her to go to a professional hairstylist yet. Hopefully as she gets older she'll be more willing to go to a professional hairstylist, but she's pretty particular, and it's hard because of her autism to get her to sit still for about anybody without freaking out and having a pretty much a panic attack or just freaking out. So until we find a hairstylist that she feels comfortable with, then I'll probably be doing her hair. So yeah. My friend George was telling me up north they're having a bunch of tornadoes and stuff going on up there. He was telling me on the news there's all kinds of stuff going on. My friend George has been home all week because he's sick. He's got some sort of virus going on. He's just got a lot of stuff going on. He keeps hurting himself in minor ways where he has to stay home for a while and recuperate. And then he got sick. He got something going around, some virus on top of it. So he's been out, and he was about to go back to work, but actually he was, and then he went back to work for a couple of days, and then he got sick with some virus or whatever he's got, and now he's sitting at home fighting it. And so he was having all kinds of dizzy spells and stuff, so he wasn't able to be behind the wheel of a truck. So he's at home, and hopefully he'll get back to work here. He probably won't be back to work this week. It'll probably be next week the way he's going. So he's just been home, staying home, chilling and playing with with his pet cat. I fortunately don't get sick very often, but as I get older, I can't run myself ragged anymore. It takes me a lot longer to bounce back. A lot longer. I'm 49 years old, and it's taken me a lot longer to bounce back when I stay up all night working on projects and stuff, and then stay up the next day, and then I can't do that as much anymore because it just takes its toll on me a lot worse. I'm not as young as I used to be, and it's taking me longer to bounce back. Used to be I could stay up and go hop on the truck, and just go drive all night and hop in the sleeper berth, and my co-driver would take over. When I was at Valley View for years, I did that. I'd work on projects when I was at home, and then go drive out at 2:30 in the morning and drive till about 1 o'clock the next day, and drive out to Hudson, Colorado, and then I would just go back in the sleeper berth, go to sleep, and my co-driver would drive us out to Utah, and then I would take over and drive the 3 hours down to Vegas to swap trailers with a driver coming up from LA, and did that for a number of years. And then I left and went to K&B. No, I went to Randy's Diesel Repair after 5.5 years at Alan Ritchie, all in mail, and then I went to Randy's, and kind of regret going to Randy's. I did learn some stuff at Randy's that I probably would have never learned about had I never gone to work there. But I've never had to deal with frozen brakes before or afterwards. I had to deal with frozen brakes there. I haven't had to worry about not getting enough sleep to the degree that when I was there, we were running egg exempt miles, and I was pretty much legally staying up. But I'm not sure if we were doing those egg exempt miles the way they're intended to. So I never did have a DOT officer look at my logs, and that place was weird. And the daughter of the owner at Randy's Diesel that handled the one aspect of it, of hiring and stuff, she told me that the DOT officers in Iowa told her that they would rather see a post-trip than a pre-trip, which makes no sense. It's the only place I have ever worked for that has said that they would rather see a post-trip than a pre-trip, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, other than maybe just you should be doing a walk around after you're done driving, and walking around your truck and checking things, see if you ran over or anything, picked up anything. You should do a quick walk around, but you definitely need to do a pre-trip before you ever start to drive, because you just never know what's going on. Check your lights. You just never know when the light's going to go out. And that's what a pre-trip is for. So but that was strange that they told me that. This place is slowly getting more trucks coming in. I moved. I don't know if he parked. I wasn't paying attention. He may have gone and parked. I wasn't paying attention to see where that guy went. He might be that guy over there with the headlights on. The brighter headlights over there. Over here. I don't know if that's him or not. I wasn't paying attention. Anyhow, I thought I'd give you guys an update. Looks like I got a 0 count now. I did have 2 people on here. I know I have Levi. I don't know if they're still here because that thing is about as inaccurate as I'll get out. Sometimes people are still on there and they just had a lull in signal and they're still there, but they drop off the count and then it comes back. So I never know if there's someone still on there. It says 0 right now, no one's on there. But anyway, for those of you guys catching this on the replay, leave a like, leave any comments or whatever, and I'll get back to you. Eventually I'm going to get back to doing some edited videos. I just haven't been motivated to do any videos for this channel as far as ones to record and edit and talk about important stuff. I'll get around to doing that. I'm gonna head back here and go back to doing what I'm doing, just chilling out. Eventually I gotta shut everything down and just go to sleep and get up and drive down the road and get this emptied and then go find a trailer wash and go pick up my load and head towards Minnesota and see how far I can get. So I'm gonna jump off here and go chill out some more. Good hanging out, guys. Good hanging out, Levi. Good to have you on. And I will catch you guys maybe tomorrow or the next day. Bye. Catch you next video.